high. Not a whole lot of words need to be said about that, but we'll say a few anyways. How you guys doing? It's Joe here. Ignore how crappy the side of the car looks, except for that, because I was working on the scratches. But yeah, how did that happen? Let me explain. So that side skirt is supposed to be up underneath the side of the car, covering the pinch welds for the side of the body. Why isn't it under there anymore? Well, pretty simply, I hit a pothole. I hit a pothole that literally sheared it off the car. That's what happens when you hit a pothole. I was barely moving when I caught the edge of the pothole, but it was enough to do that much damage to the pinch weld under the car. So yeah, that's a bitch and a half. I do have to give credit where credit is due though, because Ford planned ahead by using pop clips rather than screws to hold in this side piece. So when I smashed that up, it just broke all the clip heads versus breaking all the plastic. So it's all replaceable. I have to go to the store and get new pop clips. Relatively easy repair though. Looks like they were all pop clips, except for right here. That is a danger of having a lowered vehicle, and it looks like it damaged it back here too when it came out of the pothole. But all in all, it could have been a lot worse had Ford decided to use a different attachment style. It could have caused a lot more damage. The frame could have bent on the car, so I give a lot of credit to the unibody design on the car. And it didn't look like it caught the rear suspension or anything, because that is, as you can see, very low on this car as well. So yeah, overall I'm okay, but it's just an annoying thing to have happen. Yeah, you'll see a video about that crap. You ripped your rocker panel off your car. What do you do about it? Well, you could, one, sit, cry, moan, bitch, and blame the world for all your idiocies. Or two, you can take $14.56 and get the parts necessary to fix it. That's what I decided to do. Because of the way the car is designed, it uses push clips, body molding pieces, to hold this on. Simply put, it can go back on just as easily as it came off. And that's what we're going to do now. First thing you have to do is, of course, take your side skirt into your local Auto Pep Zone Boys and walk into the door. Walk around for about 5 minutes waiting for somebody to tell you where the correct things are. Find it yourself, pay for them, and then leave the store. Once you've done that, you're then left with a small assortment of clips and retainers and everything you need to reattach said piece. And that's what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to have to set you down while I do this, but yeah, it should go pretty simply. As it turns out, Ford makes it even easier than it looks. These things actually just use flat tip. You push in one side, push in the other, they come right out. So once you have them out, you need to reinsert them into the rocker panel like this. I'll do it off camera because it takes a little bit more force. And once you're done with that, then I'll show you how to put them on. But if you happen to do as I do and break one, I actually bought extra clips. So yeah, that's what you need to do as well. Plan ahead, guys, because you can never know what's going to happen. Now that you've done that, the next step is to line it up using these pins with all the holes in the side of the car. Should be pretty obvious. And then you're going to use your universal, because they didn't have the Ford ones in there, but they're all exactly the same pretty much. They're almost the same, exactly identically different. But you're going to use these bad boys to put them into the holes. How about we do a fast forward montage? So yeah, let's give credit where credit's due to Ford, man, because that was a really good idea to make this thing only held in with push clips and body clips, because back in the old days, if any of you guys monkeyed with your cars back in the day, you'd know that taking a rocker panel off of something like an old Camaro or an old Fox body Mustang would have been a bitch and 3/4. So yeah, good on you, Ford. And the last thing that's left are these two clips here. What you want to make sure you do before you go in and buy everything is you look and make sure you get the right ones. They're a slightly different clip, and you have to make sure you get the right ones. Granted, this one says they're for GM, but it's the same thing. This style is a little bit different from those other ones in that you push this down, it actually widens and mushrooms out here and holds the piece in a lot better. If I was smart, I would have turned the wheel, but don't need that much clearance anyway. Don't need clearance. So yeah, that's it. That's the process. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Putting the rocker panel on is pretty simple for the Ford products. Your car may vary. Take a look at it before you start. But if you do like I did and use a pothole to remove the part, it's going to be pretty obvious as to what you need to do to fix it. So, On another note, I will be moving in the next few weeks, so videos may be a little bit different. I'm moving into a place where I'm just going to have a room dedicated to being an office again like I used to when I was in the other apartment. So 6 months of healing I think was long enough. Time to get back out there, and yeah, that's about it. So if you have any questions, leave those down below. If you have any comments, leave those down below. If you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and do that either by hitting the red subscribe button down there or clicking on the hat on top of the computer. This hat, my favorite hat in the world. And yeah, a couple of videos will populate right there as well. So until next time, I'll talk to you later.